Sam Walker.
My name is Andre Houghton. What's up? What's that?
I'm videotaped.
I'm being videotaped for a class for Winston-Salem State, and yes, you can videotape.
Thank you. I am Erin. Hey, Andre.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Doing good.
Good. So tell me about your story. Where are you from?
I'm from Jamaica.
Jamaica. And how old were you when you came here?
4. Born in Kingston, Jamaica.
Kingston, Jamaica. So why did your family move here?
Well, because they were basically living in poverty in Jamaica, and they came to America for a better life. That's what most people from smaller countries do.
How many people came with you when your family migrated here?
Well, at first, my grandmother came to America with her 2 brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And they applied for my mother and her sister's green cards.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother, my sister, her sister, excuse me. She has 3 other sisters. All of them went, and my cousins went. And I was the only person that got left because I was so young.
So who did you stay with when you were left?
My father and his mother. And then my mom came back and got me like a year later.
That was a hard year.
I don't really remember it.
You remember that part? So when they came here, where did they settle?
Oh, in the Bronx, in New York.
Why the Bronx?
Well, it's pretty interesting because my grandmother isn't Jamaican; she's Cuban. Yeah, so supposedly the story goes that they got on the wrong boat, and they ended up in Jamaica instead of coming to America. And so then they became Jamaican citizens, and then they went the legal way to go to America. That's the story. So they went to the Bronx because the Bronx has a really large Hispanic community, and so that's how we ended up in the Bronx.
Okay. So how did your mom and her sisters and your family get the money to come here? If they were in poverty,
Mm-hmm.
that's a lot of money to come here by boat.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, they at this time it's like I think it was 1980. They flew.
They did.
Yeah, but I really don't know how they came up with it, but what I do know is from what I've seen and when I came here, everybody worked hard. Like hard work, it's funny because to hear my parents talk,
Mm-hmm.
hard work here is not like hard work there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I do know because I was raised on a farm, so people that work hard here, it's not like the hard work at home or 24/7. Yeah, and when you're working in poverty, it's a whole different story. When you really know your family's not going to eat.
Exactly.
I can understand that.
So
your accent's gone.
It's not really gone. It's kind of in my back pocket. I've been living in the Bible Belt in the country.
So why'd you put it in your back pocket?
My stepfather joined the military, and we moved to Fayetteville, Fort
Mm-hmm.
Bragg. And when I was in New York, I mean, it was fine because a large, Caribbean community,
Mm-hmm.
be it, Jamaican or from Trinidad or any West Indian country,
Mm-hmm.
And there was a lot of Hispanic. Everybody was very diverse culture, and then to come to the South where
Mm-hmm.
it's whether you're black or you're white, everybody sounds the same and looks the same. Kind of got picked on in school if you didn't blend well. So.
How old were you when you made that decision to kind of get rid of that accent?
Oh, I was pretty young. I was like in the 1st grade. Yeah.
Did you remember making a decision to do that?
Yeah. I made a conscious effort. And like even now, people kind of pick at me because I speak so proper. But that's why I speak proper, because just the words that I use, I learned them. Because we don't. It's called patois
Mm-hmm.
in Jamaica, but it's really just broken English. You know how like you see kids and they'll write things the way it sounds?
Mm-hmm.
That's how we do it. We say it the way we think, and it's written the way it sounds. But it's still English. It's still English. Without the if you take the accent away,
Mm-hmm.
you'd understand everything I said.
Hmm.
Yeah, but with the accent, it was I was made fun of, so I put it away.
Put it away. Put it away. So when your mom and your family got here, what difficulties did they have? Did they talk about that?
Well, they didn't. No one really talked about the difficulties that they had before I got there. but I know there were things that I saw. We lived in a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment. And
How many people?
9. There was 9 of us. Yeah, grandma and my mom, because she was the youngest of her siblings. They had their room, and everyone else, we had 2 queen-size beds in the other room, and everyone else slept on these beds. Everyone.
For how long?
I think when I was like 4, and then we moved down here when I was like 6 or 7, so about 3 years.
So when she got married and moved. Did she have trouble finding a job or acclimating to the area, or?
And see, that's the thing, in New York, no. I never, and I always ask her, and she never tells me. My mom had this job, and she would always say it was key punching. I don't know what key punching is, and all I could ever think from when I was a child that my mom makes the keys and she punches the holes in them. That's what she always said she did. She was a key puncher. I don't know what that means. I never, and to this day, I don't know what it means. But that's what she did. And when her and my stepfather got married, and we came down here, I would honestly say everything changed because it's different here. You have to have a car, you know, and everything is so spaced out where in New York City we just caught a train, the bus, taxi, you know, you need a license, you just did what you had to do. And, I mean, honestly, my mom didn't have a driver's license till I was probably in junior high school. 6th grade, yeah. That's when she got her license. She didn't, my stepfather worked and did everything. My mom just stayed at home.
Your stepfather, where's he from?
He's from Jamaica too.
Did she know him there? Did she meet him?
She met him here. She met him here. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's such, New York and other places like in Florida, we're everywhere. And a lot of people don't know, but there's a lot of, just quite a few Jamaicans here in Charlotte. But we're not real rah-rah, look at us, so you don't really know.
Kind of fitting in.
Just pay attention to the flag that you see on the car.
I can understand that. So your mom's accent, is it still real thick?
Me and my brother and sister call her the country Jamaican.
Country Jamaican.
Yeah, because I mean, she's been here so long, and her friends, you know, you kind of pick up what they do, but she didn't come here till she was what, 22, 23 years old. So, I mean, her accent is there.
Do you think people treat her differently based on that?
I've seen it. It's more so when I was younger. Not now. You don't really. With time, you know, all things change like that. But I remember being younger, and I think